Hey, so what's up, y'all? So I don't know about you guys, but one of the most fun times I have for fishing is actually getting ready. Am I weird? Or do you guys all get excited? For me, it's rigging up and making sure I've got everything. Kind of the anticipation, I think, is what really gets me going, and why I like the prep work. So tomorrow, I'm going with JD Williams. We're going to go to a new place, or at least for me, it's a new place. It's Long Creek Preserve down in Palm Coast. Christine and I went down there last weekend and just kind of looking around. And she got some great pictures of some ospreys. I'll post those here, as I'm talking. But it was really cool, And I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, I think these are the canals that people talk about. That there's some snook and some baby tarpon. So I kind of had it in my mind, like I want to go down there at some point. I almost took Daniel, my nephew, down there the other day instead of going to Prince's place, but heck, maybe I should have. But anyway, JD wanted to run down there, and I'm like, I've never fished there. I'm trying to find new water. I've been, kind of beating up the same spot, because I've been having some success there. So, it's kind of like in bowling. People used to call me a house bowler because I always bowled this one spot, this one place. Got really good, and I'd go to another house, and I wouldn't bowl well, and it used to kind of piss me off. It made me mad, and it was one of those things that I had to learn to bowl in different places. I had to learn different shots, different ways of throwing the ball, and I became very, very good. I was probably, gosh, man, there's some really talented guys in Memphis coming through at the time. But I mean, I remember one year I finished third in the city tournament. I did shoot an 800 series. Never did bowl 300. I think one year I had like 7 or 8 279s. So, I got pretty good at it, but it was because I went and practiced and found other places and learned other things, under other techniques. So, fishing, I think, is the same way. The more exposure you get to different conditions and things of that nature, the better you are. But tomorrow, my plan is a little bit different than what I've been throwing. So I'm gonna take the trusty badonkadonk. Well, actually, it's trusty since I got it in my captain's bag at the Inshore Extreme Challenge. Threw it the other day, and a 25-inch redfish just hammered this thing. So, got to give that a try again. Um, got, let's see, this one will be fun. Literally a bare hook. There's no weight, no nothing. Got some good advice to just throw out a shrimp, just with no weight. See what happens. So I'm probably gonna drag that behind me. I've got Myrdine, which I throw pretty often. I'm pretty sure this is the rattling one. Oh, no, it's not. I don't think I have any of the rattling ones, but just a little Myrdine. Gonna give that a try. Some of the suspending twitch baits. A couple of different people told me they work down there. And then trusty jig head. 1/8 ounce chartreuse. A lot of times, what I've been doing is I've had 2 jig heads on, and that way, if I catch some mullet or something, I can throw one out, and just kind of drag it behind the boat or whatever. I can throw 2 live baits, or I can throw like a swim bait and a jerk shad or something along those lines. I'm actually not going to take a jerk shad tomorrow. I think those are great for when you're kind of bouncing the bottom, and I'm not really sure. From what everybody's told me, I'm not really sure that's really the pattern down here. I think a lot of these fish are suspended, hang around these docks and things of that nature. So, and snook and tarpon tend not to relate to the bottom as much from what I've seen. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't caught either one. So that's another reason why I'm excited, is potential to catch some fish that I've never caught before. I jumped probably 5 or 6 tarpon last year on the beach during the mullet run. One of them was probably a good 100 pounds. We jumped it 6 times and threw the hook. I mean, when you're on the beach, you're throwing this, 3, 4, 5 ounce weights out there with a big old mullet on. You hook a tarpon and they jump and start flapping those jaws, man. It's and the gill plates. You're probably gonna lose that battle, but and we did. But I actually had one probably about 30, 40 pounder at the beach. I actually touched the leader, so you could probably call it a catch. But we really want to get our hands on it and actually get a picture of it. Thomas was so mad at me when I did that. But the hook actually, I mean the knot just pulled free. Got it all the way to the beach. It was in the foam. It was in like a foot of water. I went to reach for its tail because I didn't want to reach in the mouth because I didn't know where the hook was. I was trying to, maybe grab the tail and, get a hold of it. took off, not pull free, but that's the closest I've come to a tarpon. Snook, never sniffed one. You know, I haven't been in a place where I believe that there have been too many of them. So, you know, I'm really looking forward to this trip. It's something different. You know, we're going to show up down at David's shop at 6 a.m., get a little bit of live bait, some shrimp, so I can throw it out behind the boat. I don't know what JD's going to do. I'm going to bring my cast net. I got that loaded in the yak. So if I see some mullet busting, I'll probably get a few of those. That's absolutely my favorite live bait, completely. Mud minnows are good. I don't know, I don't have as much confidence in them when I'm in over about 5 or 6 feet of water. But mullet seem to swim everywhere in the water column. You know, mud minnows seem to be very shallow. So, you know, shrimp, everything eats them, and that's kind of the problem. Everything eats them. You know, yeah, you can catch trout and reds and stuff like that, but I also catch a ton of catfish on that bait. I hate those things. So anyway, like I said, I think if I float it, I think it'll be a little bit different, you know, area of the water column, and I don't think the catfish will relate to it as much. Anyway, we're going to try something altogether new tomorrow for me, and I'm really looking forward to it. But do you guys get as fired up about getting everything ready? I mean, that anticipation, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being a geek. But anyway, hopefully I'll have a good video after tomorrow. The one from Princess Place wasn't the greatest, but I know I won't paddle as much and have as much wind to fight tomorrow. So anyway, we'll give it a shot. See you there. To a start. A little redfish. Not a big one. Not a big one. But it's a start. Nonetheless. It is a start. Oh, stop. Pretty little fella. Alright, not stung. I think I have my first snook. I think. Get out. Oh yeah. Skipped it up under there. I was against those branches. Yep. Snook. Sweet. Oh my gosh, yes. Oh yeah. Keep me out of this dog. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice one too. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. Woo. Oh. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes. Oh wow. Let's see what the size on this puppy is. $22.25. Look at that. Line cider. My first line cider. Right up under that little tree over there. Oh man. Talk about sweet. Hey, you're clamping down. He's clamping down on my thumb here. Alright, so I caught my first snook, and this guy, he's clamping down on my thumb. There you go, buddy. Thank you for the fight. Oh, wow. That is freaking awesome. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was freaking awesome. So literally, I skipped it up under this tree right over here. Skip, 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 skip. See a couple of shrimp kind of move, you know, jump out of the water. Start reeling about 2 or 3 cranks. I see the line start moving. I set the hook, and there she is, man. Oh, oh. Wow. All right, my day's complete. Oh my goodness, that was freaking awesome. Oh.
Another blooper calf.